So I still remember it was early in the morning one day a couple of years ago. I was gonna get in the shower, and my friend Raul, he had sent me a motivational audio through YouTube, and he sent me that like a couple of months before that shower, and I was procrastinating on listening to it because I thought, this guy probably just sent me some church stuff that, I mean, I have nothing against church, but I was not very religious. So I was like, you know what? I was feeling a little bit down that morning, so I decided to listen to the audio. And when I started listening to it, it was this great motivational speaker by the name of Les Brown. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Les Brown. If you guys have never heard him, I highly recommend him. He's very inspiring and very motivational. And when I started listening to him, he caught my attention right away because he said this quote where he says, "Many a flower has bloomed unceasingly and wasted sweetness upon the cold and desert air," which also translates to human beings, that a lot of us have talents within us that we do not expose to the world. Kind of like that beautiful flower that's out in the cold desert air, exposing the beauty. We do not expose our beauty to the world. We have a lot of talents within us that we do not, show the world that we have. I know this for a fact because I've met a lot of talented people that have passed away, and they never truly use their talents. A lot of people that were very funny, very motivating. I guess they just never saw it within them. And I always thought, what if this person would have used their talents, and what if they would have exposed their talents to the world? But what if does not exist? And that's where I thought about a lot about my life. When I was listening to this, it really caught my attention right off the bat. And I was thinking, what am I doing in my life that's making a change, in the world, or just in other people's lives to inspire them, or in my life actually. And I started thinking about myself. And then there was another thing that he said in the middle of that. He said that, what contributions are you making to the world? And he says many people will leave the universe without a trace, and under their names you can put "not used up." And that's what I felt. That's what I felt like I was going through my life. I was felt like, what am I doing to, make a change in my world? If I'm not making a change in my world, how am I going to make a change in anybody else's world? So, listening to these audios little by little made me think, maybe I can do something different than what I'm doing. I'm doing a 9 to 5, supporting my family. I have a mortgage, a house, and my family, my relatives would tell me, you're doing great. You have a job, you're keeping your family, you have a steady job, and that's all. That's all you need in life. And because of my family, my environment, it made me think, maybe I am doing the right thing. But something in my heart was telling me that there was got to be something more than this. And there's another quote that Les Brown says. He says, "Whenever there's an argument between your heart and your mind, always follow your heart." And I really believe that that's so true because in the heart is what true desire is. That's where the desire lies. Because the mind can be very betraying. It can betray us sometimes. Anybody agree? It's betrayed me many times. Made me think that, yeah, just stay here and do this, and you'll be all right. And sometimes when you think, yeah, I'm comfortable where I'm at right now, but in reality, you're not. So that's where I was. And when I heard that, it really changed my way of thinking. I was thinking in the middle of this, wow, I'm so happy that I actually started listening to this audio because it's really changing my life, the way of me thinking. And then another thing I listened in this audio says, leave dead people alone. Leave dead people alone. And by dead people, he meant negative people, people that have no dreams or no, any goals to do something big in their life. And I was thinking, I have a lot of, well, you could say dead people in my life that really don't inspire me to do something that I want to do in my life. And then so Les Brown said, start listening to audios, reading books, and hanging around with people that are actually going to push you to strive for what you want to do in life. And little by little, I did start doing that. I started eliminating people that were negative in my life that I never sometimes realized that they were negative. I thought that they were, my friends, my buddies, but in reality, they weren't. They were just bringing me down to something that I didn't want to do. And whenever I started mentioning, hey, I want to do this, I want to maybe be a comedian, which was to them outrageous. It was crazy. And to me, I was thinking, maybe I can do this. And then they would just tell me, man, you're crazy, man. You're trying to be George Lopez over here. And I was like, man, you never know. We could do this. And but to them, if they don't see it for themselves, they're never going to see it for you. So as I started eliminating these people from my life, I started seeing a change in me. And I started seeing a change in the way that I thought because of the positive people that came to my life. So when I was eliminating people from my life, I was actually bringing more people into my life, positive people that would actually push me to tell me, you know what, man, you can do this. And little by little, you start gaining this confidence that you never felt within before. And I encourage everybody to look for positive people like Raul. He was a very positive person, and he actually showed me, hey, you guys start listening to these tapes. And I was just thinking, man, it's just like silly stuff because of my environment. That's what we always talk about. Like, man, this is ridiculous. Why are you gonna listen to this motivation crap? And now this stuff is actually something that I listen to every day. I listen to motivational audios all day. I read books all day. Not all day, but I mean, I try to read as much books as I can. They say if you read 10 pages a day in a month, you read a 300-page book. Simple as that. So, we all have at least time to read 10 pages a day. And I'm so thankful that I got introduced to these audios by my friend Raul, and also to listening to Les Brown. I'm so thankful for him. I never met this guy, but one of these days I will meet him, and I'll thank him and I'll shake his hand. I'll say, you changed my life. And I honestly think that a paragraph, a sentence, even 15 minutes can change anybody's life the way that it did my life. So I thank you for your time.